The following is a translated readout of an article from February 21, 2023, published on Deutsche Welle News Amharic titled, IDPs from Eastern Wollega say they are under threat. IDPs in Ono town in Gobuseyo district in East Wollega Zone say they live under threat. Hundreds of residents in Gobuseyo district began leaving the area after attacks intensified. The East Wollega Zone Disaster Risk Management Office reported that over 5,000 people have been displaced from Gobuseyo. Since the February 2, 2023 attack on Ono town, many residents fled the area and went to Debre Berhan. IDPs as survivors in the town report still being under threat. Hundreds of residents of Gobuseyo district left the area following the attack, according to interviewed residents. The head of the East Wollega Zone Disaster Risk Management Office, or as it now known Gobuseyo, Mr. Dane Lachissa, reported that 5,000 residents have been displaced from Gobuseyo. A former resident of Ono town, Mr. Muhyiddin Ismail, was forced to flee to Debre Berhan following the attack on February 2. Though security forces were deployed to keep peace in Gobuseyo, residents have been forced to relocate to other areas over threats to their safety. During the attack, their property was destroyed and they escaped to Debre Berhan with their 2 children. Another resident of Ono town who preferred to remain anonymous for fear of their safety said residents who lost their property or who faced injuries did not receive any humanitarian assistance. Security forces in the district also allegedly flee out of fear of being attacked by militants. A large number of residents escaped to Ombo and Debre Berhan, but many were prevented by security forces from escaping. Another resident who worked at the sink bank in Ono town and who lost their brother in the attack on February 2 said they had not received any humanitarian assistance. Security forces in the district also allegedly flee out of fear of being attacked by militants. A large number of residents escaped to Ombo and Debre Berhan, but many were prevented by security forces from escaping. Another resident who worked at the sink bank in Ono town and who lost their brother in the attack on February 2 said they had not received any humanitarian assistance. He said though the security situation in the town has improved, there is no movement and people are afraid. Since the security problem worsened, people stopped socializing. His brother who worked at Sink Bank lost his life by gunshot on the day of the attack. He added though they asked for humanitarian assistance, none had arrived for them. The head of the East Wollega Zone Disaster Risk Management Office, or Gobuseyo, Mr. Dane Lachissa, said the zone had sent humanitarian assistance through the Red Cross to Gobuseyo, Ayana, and Karimu. He added the aid may have been insufficient in comparison to the number of IDPs. He added 5,000 people were displaced in Gobuseyo district. And over 120,000 people have been displaced since the month of October 2022 in Karimu, Ayana, and Gobuseyo districts. At this time, between 5,000 to 6,000 people can be found in Ono town in Gobuseyo district. Regarding humanitarian assistance, the zonal administration stated efforts were underway to deliver aid through non-government organizations such as World Vision, Save the Children, and Red Cross. Though the assistance is not enough in comparison with the number of IDPs. It has been some time since reports have covered the security problems which have transpired in various parts of eastern Wollega, which have displaced hundreds of thousands of people and led to the deaths of many of them. The ANOCHA previously reported that more than 700,000 people are internally displaced within western Oromia.